I drive product management for a common AI ML platform that we call United AI Studio. At the scale of being 18% of GDP, it's so many sub components, almost like industries within industries, whether it's like sciences, whether it's being a provider, being an insurer or a payer, um, operating at a government level, both in the state and federal, are just some of the ways you could look at this sector. Sometimes what makes this industry so hard is that there's no escaping that interplay today in the US. A large portion of our business is employer-based insurance. And so if the wider economy is contracting, that'll necessarily impact our business. Um, but there's some, I think, macro trends in our favor, which is that we have a growing and aging population here in the United States. Many more people are going to be enrolled in or eligible for Medicare. And so those demographics are in the favor of us seeing maybe growth in the long term. But like with any company, I think in the short term, we do face headwinds just like the other tech companies. Communications throughout the healthcare system in the US are quite verbose. Synthesizing and understanding, verbose language-based communications and documentation is a big part of our healthcare system, and so inherently will be impacted by these large language models. If you're coming from a tech space, you implicitly assume your products are software. But if you're in the healthcare sector, a product could be a group of or staffing of home healthcare professionals, and so that product could involve a run book to hire, a run book to answer the phone, a run book to how to address customers when you visit them. The other big challenge is this is high stakes to some extent. How you test and validate customer propositions in other industries with software might have a lower bar, but this idea like of an MVP is possible in healthcare, but you have to be much more thoughtful in what that entails and what potential risks that could incur to patients, to providers, to anyone trying to deliver care. Obviously, if there is previous healthcare experience, at least on the product management side, that can be a plus, but it's not a barrier. Like I think whether it's in the resume or in the interview, like having very clear examples of very complex business and systems interaction is a must. Like, do you have examples there where you were able to understand the problem deeply, find solutions, articulate those solutions well, deliver? That's what I would be looking for, I think, when at least I look at product managers. I tend not to get too hung up on the academics. Obviously, great academic performance is great, but it's getting to that question of did they answer something complex, something with a great deal of ambiguity and simplify it, where you had number of actors with different intentions and incentives interplaying off each other. The kind of like deep behavioral and engineering questioning that you might see in large tech companies like Google or Amazon, as well as new entrants. You'll see a range of that. We try to do that in certain circumstances, but other industries, whether it's healthcare, banking, retail, I think you'll see a range of interview approaches because many of these companies, like ourselves included, have been around for decades and may not have adopted some of the more common ways to interview that you see in large tech.